Hello, welcome to Books to Africa on Air. I'm here with Aarush and his mother Shivani. And you guys don't know him yet, but I promise you're going to know this young man because he's reading 100 books and he's literally on book number 62. We're here to chat together. So, welcome, Shivani.
Thank you very much. We are very,
Yeah.
very privileged to be here.
What an amazing, and welcome as well, Aarush.
Hello, welcome.
How, yeah, how are
To
you
me,
feeling? How are you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling like this is a place of book paradise.
Yeah, book paradise, and you've been reading a lot of books. So whose idea was it to read 100 books? By the way,
It was actually mine.
really?
Yeah.
So what? You just woke up one day and you decided you want to read 100 books?
No, I was in a restaurant. We were thinking about charity because we've already done this one thing where we cooked some Indian food at home, and then we invited people for charity. So we just came up with this idea at the same place we came up with that idea. And I just said, I feel like reading 100 books, reviewing them to raise money for some certain charity. And I came up and I found this amazing charity called Books to Africa.
Wow. So, Mom, I mean, how do you feel? I mean, did he come to you and say, Mom, I want to read 100 books? What was your reaction?
So it was, we were in the restaurant, as he said, and then when he said that, okay, let's try to do this for charity. And obviously the idea developed over the course of the dinner. And then when we went home and we realized 100 books means 2 books a week. So we thought, okay, that is a very, very big commitment.
And how long was it going to take to do it?
A year.
A year.
We decided to
Wow.
give it a year.
We have until 15th of May and we have to do 38 books. So we're going to extend the date.
Wow. So, I mean, you're on holiday now, right?
No,
you-
we're
are
back
you?
to school now.
Oh, are you back
to
in school? So,
yeah.
how do you manage school, reading, and everything else he has to do, I guess?
So he is really, really passionate about reading. He loves to read. That's his hobby. That's his relaxation time. And so since he was younger, so he reads just in his regular course and he'll pick up anything, any magazines, or when we
Wow.
go to the library or from the school, he'll pick up books, or sometimes his cousins send him books. And so he reads in his time, and then whenever he's finished a few books, then we'll sit down and review them. We try to do the reviews over the weekend because otherwise it's hard to fit in.
Wow.
But the whole idea is because it is a little bit time consuming with school,
Yeah.
that's why we are going to extend.
I also have some extra curriculum activities like fencing
Such as what? Fencing.
and some other things. So that also consumes my time. That's why we aim to do it in the weekends.
Wow. I mean, give us some tips, by the way, because I mean, I feel like there are a lot of people watching who are actually adults who actually don't get to read that many books, maybe in their whole lifetime, probably. So, I mean, what's the secret? What's the best time to read? What's the best? Okay, 2 questions for you, Aarush. What's the best time to read? And secondly, what's the best way to read? So, what's the best time?
Answer the second one first. The best way to read is to just take a book, read it. Although you have to understand it and not whiz through it, you just need to pick up a book and read. And the best time is when you're free. Any time that you're free. Just go, just like I said, go and pick up one book, start reading. Another, start reading until your time's finished. Read as many books as you can.
Wow. So it's that simple, isn't it? It's that simple. When you're free and just keep reading, don't stop. I mean, do you
The
find...
key seems to be to just pick up a book and start reading, apparently.
Yes.
And I mean, because a lot of people with social media these days, there's iPads and, people are online all the time. I mean, how do you manage to, first of all, you tell me what you think about that.
First of all, I want to say that I would recommend the proper books, not books like Kindle or whatever, just proper books. Any kind. Hardcover, softcover, platinum cover.
Platinum cover is a thing.
It's
Yeah,
a
is
thing.
it?
Why would you recommend proper books and not Kindle?
So for one reason, it makes you feel like you're actually reading. When you're on Kindle, you can just do that. Like you're probably not going to read it. You're probably going to say, "Oh, I'm bored of reading on the Kindle." You go and search stuff, do emails, play games. But if
Wow.
you're reading a real book, no distractions. You're just reading.
Wow, that's amazing. And mom, I mean, how did you train your child to think this way?
Well, no, I think I am quite lucky. We are quite lucky as parents that he enjoys reading so much. But since he was quite little, we always had a number of books in the house
Wow.
for him. And whenever we had free time and at bedtime, we would just pick up a few books. And then I remember at one stage when he could start talking, and we had some books we would read repetitively.
Wow.
And then I remember I would start the sentence, and then he would finish the sentence as picture
Wow.
book. So, and a lot of kids do that, but it's good fun to watch them do it.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I mean, did you enjoy, do you remember at all your mom reading to you or your dad reading to you?
I remember my granddad reading to me.
Yeah, your
He read
granddad.
to me a lot.
Wow. That's amazing. I see you got some books there. So maybe tell us about these books that you've got there. I mean, have you read them?
I've read every single one of these books. It's a series. So it's the Tinkle series, which are Indian comics, and they're very, very interesting because as its motto is, where learning meets fun, and that's the only thing that meets fun in it, learning.
So when learning meets fun. So is it about sort of somebody having what are the books about?
The books are different stories about anything. Crazy hunters, crazy child detectives, anything crazy.
Anything crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing, and of course, thank you because you've decided to donate these books to Africa, so we can send them out to somebody in Africa to read them as well.
Yes, we would love. He has a number of these at home, but one of the problems of being an avid reader is you can't really separate your books from yourself.
Right.
So while we started off the day thinking we'll bring a number of these over here, he could only have the heart to bring 5 of them.
Right. Well, at least I think he's attached to the right thing. Some people are attached to the wrong thing. So I think it's a good thing to be attached to books and to actually want to keep your books.
For any age, I would advise you stay away from video games
Wow, really?
until you know how much the video games will change your eyesight and do all the bad things to you. Reading, it gives you the same experience as video games, but it's a lot better for you, and it reduces stress, and a video game adds stress onto you.
Really? So have you played? I mean, do you ever play any games at all yourself?
Sometimes, because I enjoy doing it, but not a lot.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
He does have a Nintendo and a few games on it.
Yeah.
He has a very special uncle who spoils him with a number of video games.
I see.
But he's quite disciplined.
Wow, that's amazing. And you were telling me earlier that you want to be an entrepreneur very soon. Apparently, as soon as you finish reading, you want to start your business.
Yeah.
So tell us about, without telling us the secrets, of course, and how you're going to make money. Just tell us what the business is going to be about,
Well,
roughly.
making eco-friendly parties for children from 7 to 12.
Wow. So when you say an eco, I mean, Mom, maybe you can.
What do
yeah.
you mean
What
by
does
the
that mean
eco-friendly?
exactly?
What's your idea?
How's that? What does that mean?
Something that doesn't, like,
So
no
what's the
plastic
problem?
plates, no plastic plates, no plastic cups, none of that babyish plastic toys that they give you in a
In
plastic
McDonald's. Yeah.
in a plastic return gift.
Right. I see. So go on.
So basically, no plastic, nothing non-environmentally friendly.
And what are you going to do instead?
That's one of the secrets of my business. So I can't let that one go.
Very smart, very smart. I like that. There's been a lot of talk in the media recently about people, kind of protesting about climate. Did you hear about that? People protesting about climate change.
I've heard about that.
And what do you think about that? Did that kind of inform your business at all or not?
It was a lot before. Actually, in the same restaurant as we came up with these ideas, I came up with this idea.
Wow.
And it was a long before the climate change protests. But I knew that someone was going to do these because it was like climate change was getting bigger and bigger every single day. So it was like someone's definitely going to protest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, there's a lot that we could talk about, and I don't want to take much of your time. I know you got a lot of books to read, so good luck with that. And I want to say, listen, thank you, and thank both of you, your parents. I mean, you guys have been amazing. You really inspired all of us. I mean, at 8 years old, I mean, he's reminding us how important reading is, how important a physical book is, how we have to kind of stay away from screens. I mean, wow.
No, thank you very much for having us here, and thank you for running this beautiful, beautiful place. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of your personal time and investment, and I'm sure that lots of children and people in Africa are very fortunate to receive the benefits of what you're doing. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you. And you guys have heard it here. So Aarush and his mom, they donated these 5 books, this Indian series, these comics for children. So one of you is probably going to get that book at some point. So please, if you do get that book, take a photo of yourself with that book and send it to us so we can send it to Aarush, and it can inspire him to do a lot more reviews probably in the near future. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.
Thank you.
We've shipped 1 million books across 20 African countries.
And we aim to ship 1 million books every year.
This means shipping 50 containers to Africa every year.
Each container is carrying at least 20,000 books. That's 20 tons.
We can fund this by 2,000 people giving £10 a month, or
50 companies who will commit to send 1 container, and we can send 1 million books every year.